It's now 5:15, Tuesday, November 3rd, Election Day. A good day to be away from the land. Carol and I voted by mail in Illinois several weeks ago. We have done our civic duty. I filmed this earlier, but the light's better now. It's only about 15 minutes before sunset. We're anchored on, at the north end of Port Royal Sound and at the mouth of the, I hesitate to try to get it right, Chechezi River. That's behind us. What you're looking at now is the mouth of Port Royal Sound, which was an important harbor in the Civil War. The North occupied Hilton Head Island during almost all the war. There's a some kind of a monument just next to our condos where there was a fort then. There's Hilton Head Island. The Skull Creek Marina and our condo is 2.5 miles that way. There is Pinckney Island, a National Wildlife Refuge. I had planned to anchor on the west side of Pinckney Island in what I think is called McKay Creek. But I was dissuaded by seeing a half a dozen little powerboats roar in and out of there today. And I envisioned, it's narrow and a lot of curves. And I envisioned one of them coming flat out around one of those curves and plowing into GANNET. And if you know anything about me, you know I like space around me. So we're anchored out here about 1 mile from the land on both sides. There is the Chechezi River. Over there, about 3 miles, is Parris Island, one of the two Marine Corps recruit training depots. The other is in San Diego. Also over there is Beaufort, South Carolina. If you know this coast, in North Carolina, there's a town spelled exactly the same way but pronounced Beaufort. We left the marina at about 11. I powered slowly out Skull Creek, about 1.5 miles. The mouth of Skull Creek's over that way. Just at the end of Skull Creek, I was able to sail a little bit, and then we got on out there, and the wind died completely. The tide was going out at a couple of knots, carrying us south. Finally, some wind came up a little bit. We never had more than maybe 4, maybe 5 at the most. And we finally sailed up here all of about 2 or 3 miles. I don't recall if I said this. We're anchored in about 25 feet of water at low tide, which was around 4 o'clock. The tide's 6 feet or so. Not going to make much difference. You probably can't see it over there, but there's another one of those little power boats. I've zoomed some, which you can do here. Headed in there. I don't really know where they're going. I'm filming this on my new iPhone 12 Pro. First time I've done that, so we'll see how it comes out. This was also GANNET's first sail since being trucked across the country. Everything went well. No problems. Glad of that. On the mast is a new Velocitech ProStart. They came out with a new model a few months ago. It has several significant improvements and a couple $100 price increase. The display is Gorilla Glass. It has an internal rechargeable battery. The old model ran off of 3 AA cells in a compartment where water often managed to find its way in. The GPS chip is faster, and to my mind, best of all, it has an internal light that you can turn on so you can read it at night. Often in the past, I would come out here at midnight and there would have been a wind shift or make some change, and I'd have to use a flashlight or wear a headlamp in order to read it. And the display is very much more readable than the old one was. So it's worth the extra bucks. Sun's just about down. Torpedo tilted out of the water. I think we didn't start with the battery 100% because I hadn't used the Torpedo when the boat was launched just to go around to the slip. I think it was about 96 or 94%. I think now it's about 84%. This is the bigger of the 2 batteries. Started the first time as it should. This is the Torpedo I bought in Marathon, and it always has started the first time. It's nice out here. I'm seeing the sunset surrounded by water instead of looking out at water. I'm going to turn this around and let you see what I look like these days. Not much difference than I looked like in the past. Next week I turn 79. My word. Well, before I tried to shoot this again, I was sipping some Plymouth gin, which I brought down to the boat with me, and listening to some Bach. I'm going to return to that. I have cell phone coverage out here. I can watch YouTube TV on my phone. I'll check the election returns from time to time this evening, but I don't expect any results before I go to sleep. One disadvantage of the East Coast is that polls don't close on the West Coast until 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Gannet's bobbing up and down a little bit on these little wavelets. They're making a little bit of sound. I feel the wind against my skin. It's nice to be out here. I wish you well.